When Stephen Amell said he only had 6 weeks to get in shape for Arrow, I was like, wow, that's not much time. You smashed it, mate. But then hold on a minute. Stephen Amell has always been in shape from way back in the day. So 6 weeks to get Arrow ready.
All I was really doing at the time was going on hikes in LA, going running, and I had a chin-up bar in my house. So I was in shape insofar as I was fit. I started into basic fight training, learning how to fight on screen. And then I went out to a spot which is all like parkour and free running and body weight manipulation, those types of exercises.
Once you set up the way that you look on the show, you have to stay that way. Right. Otherwise the show's not going to be as good.
And apparently for the pilot, the shape that he was in was almost too good.
Unfortunately, I'm just not going to be able to replicate the shape that I got into for the pilot. I don't think that it's A, healthy, or B, attainable. So it's more about finding a balance and a comfort with my physique and getting away from that crazy 4-day workout binge and then do nothing and more just find a balance.
Let's get into that Stephen Amell workout, and his foundation is all built on old school bodyweight workouts.
I don't do weights that often. I really enjoy running. I really enjoy doing body resistant stuff. So I do a lot of chin-ups, weird different types of pull-ups, abdominal work, push-ups, handstand push-ups, tricep push-ups, balancing exercises, planking. You know, the most impressive things that I can do on the show are when I can manipulate my own body weight. That really is the true test of strength. I'm much more impressed if someone can do 30 pull-ups than bench 300 pounds. Because one has an actual application in the real world, theoretically. The other is just for show.
I don't like lifting weights. Don't lift weights. I like manipulating my own body weight, but I don't want to stand there and do curls. Pull-ups, push-ups, crunches.
One of Stephen Amell's go-to workouts is push-ups, pull-ups, chin-ups, and running. In fact, that is the workout he used to get in Arrow shape.
Push-ups, chin-ups, some abdominal work for maybe 15 minutes, and then I ran 6 kilometers. And if I can do that 4 or 5 times a week, or 3-4 times a week in coordination with working 14 hours a day, which is what we get into on the show, I'll be in the exact type of shape I need to be.
I mean, Stephen Amell does so many push-ups, he has to get the reps in mid-interview. It's like any excuse, right?
Go! You pace yourself. What pace?
Of course, we need to talk the Salmon Ladder, which he absolutely crushes.
You do a chin-up, but instead of a regular chin-up, you think of it more like a J shape, where you duck your body underneath the bar a little bit. You sort of thrust yourself forward, and then you come up in a J shape. And when you get to the top of the chin-up and your head is above the bar, if you've used your momentum correctly, there's a brief moment of weightlessness, and you just take the bar from one rung and you bring it up to the next one. I still, to this day, get people that are big fans of the show that ask me if it's real or not. I'm like, what are you talking about? Of course it's real.
Although, when the producers saw he had mad moves like that, they wanted more.
When they found out that I could do it, they actually built one. The network and the studio immediately were like, well, what exercise is he doing in episode 2 and 3 and 4?
So along with push-ups, pull-ups, chin-ups and running, you'll see him getting busy with inverted rows, dips, kettlebells, dumbbells, barbells, ropes, everything, basically. Just everything.
You know, I don't look different after my workout this morning than I did before it, but I feel better for having worked out.
The way that I am on Arrow is not the natural state of my body. I have much more size than I would normally have. So when you stop working out, it just goes away. It doesn't stay there.
Let's get into that Stephen Amell diet, and when he needs to be camera ready, he starts eliminating.
I eliminated processed sugar, gluten, and dairy, and by extension with gluten, beer. But when you eliminate these things, especially sugar, your blood sugar normalizes a little bit. So if I get hungry on set, I don't get hungry to the point of having to scarf down a huge meal. I can have a healthy snack and it brings me back to where I need to be. There's not a constant fluctuation. It's more steady, you know, getting hungrier, have a little something and it calms you.
I went gluten and dairy free when I got this part, and that helps me because there's just so many different things that I can't eat. right? Otherwise, I'll be sick.
So no sugar, no gluten, no dairy, no beer. Duh. So Stephen Amell focuses on lean proteins, vegetables, and complex carbs.
You get used to eating whatever you want. You stop eating whatever you want. You get hungry.
You don't want to go to set and try to rely on dehydrating yourself so that you look a certain way. You want to go to set knowing that you've had a workout and you feel good. What I've discovered is that as long as there's balance in what you're doing, as long as you're not fretting about every calorie that goes into your mouth and you're not, gorging yourself when you eat, you're going to be fine. It's just about having that balance and reading and becoming a little bit more educated about what you're putting in your body. My favorite food is, Italian food, pasta. When I said that I removed gluten and dairy from my diet, I'm still, in large part, stay away from dairy because there's so many good alternatives like goat's cheese and basically just goat's cheese. It's fantastic, and almond milk and all that stuff. So I found that I don't really need to do dairy, but find me an Italian restaurant with like 4 things on the menu and a pasta that they make in-house, and I'm set. I like sushi. I'm a big Thai food fan, but I never find... I just find that in general, if you sacrifice even a tiny bit of flavor for a meal that is of higher quality, then all of a sudden you're not like starving an hour after you finish.
Let's get into that Stephen Amell recovery. And when he's not doing his mad workouts, he's getting in a bunch of yoga sessions. So listen, I've got this awesome program to get you ripped like a Hollywood movie star. We're talking workout, diet, recovery. It's all there. Check out the link. It's in the description.